Hello and welcome to gusmcdollgames, and thank you to our subscribers. I'm Nick McDowell, and today we're conducting the after-action review of Day 2 of the Allied Grand Campaign in Close Combat: A Bridge Too Far, a game based on the Battle of Arnhem, Operation Marketgarden. In this series we use the missions in the Allied Grand Campaign to illustrate one or more aspects of World War II infantry minor tactics at the company level and below. Please remember to like the video and subscribe for more great strategy and tactics content. And if you want to buy me a coffee, the links to PayPal and Patreon are in the description. In our campaign, Day 2, 18 September 1944, saw the Germans counterattack and the Allies consolidate their gains. In the Eindhoven sector, my troops from the US 101st Airborne Division did not see action this day, having reached their objectives on Day 1. They are now waiting for 30 Corps to build a Bailey Bridge at Zon and ready to defend any German counterattacks on the highway. In the Nijmegen sector, my troops from the US 82nd Airborne Division have defended the Groesbeek Heights against tanks, but will have to withdraw from the landing zone tomorrow. My plan is to defeat the Germans on better defensive terrain, then retake the landing zone. The 82nd had better luck in Nijmegen, clearing the city, seizing the bridge across the Waal, and starting to clear the approaches to the bridge. In the Arnhem sector, my troops from the British 1st Airborne Division have held the Oosterbeek landing zone against a determined counterattack, took Arnhem Bridge, and then defended the Arnhem Relief West approach. Once again, a big thank you for your observations and suggestions that you shared on previous battles. It really does help. I have drawn out 3 key lessons learned from Day 2. First, the battles on Day 2 at Arnhem West and Nijmegen Bridge illustrate the importance of breaking down complex objectives into smaller chunks. Don't overextend your forces with impossible objectives, but set them realistic objectives they can achieve with the resources available. Consolidate those achievements and move on to the next objective. Second, placement of anti-tank guns and other support weapons. Placement in depth, with good cover and concealment and fields of fire, carried the day at Oosterbeek, and again at Arnhem West, destroying a Jagdpanther, and later at Arnhem Bridge against a Mark IV tank, with great teamwork between the main and supporting echelons. But poor placement by me at Groesbeek Heights resulted in the loss of these critical capabilities in both the morning and afternoon battles, with no effect on the enemy. Third, when defending poor defensive terrain, such as the Groesbeek landing zone, it may be a good idea to delay, then withdraw to better defensive terrain. But withdraw does not mean retreat or run away or panic. It is a controlled manoeuvre under cover of fire. Its purpose is to keep your forces intact while you move to better defensive ground of your choosing. So, what am I predicting for Day 3? In the Eindhoven sector, I expect 30 Corps will cross at Zon and start to make their way to Nijmegen. I will prioritise road resupply to Zon. The Germans may seek to cut the road at the Schindel sand dunes. In the Nijmegen sector, I expect tough fighting against tanks at the Groesbeek Heights, and a deliberate clearance operation around Nijmegen Bridge against the remaining defenders. In the Arnhem sector, I expect German armoured and infantry counterattacks to attempt to retake the Arnhem Bridge. I will airdrop supplies to the defenders at the bridge. I also expect the Germans to attempt to cut off and isolate my forces at the bridge and retake Oosterbeek. Finally, I'll leave you with a short video from the game setting out what happened on Day 2 in real life for comparison.
September 18th. The second Allied airdrop is delayed by poor weather in England. More than half the supplies are captured by Kampfgruppe Veld and Groesbeek and Von Tito and Arnhem when they retake Allied landing zones. Nijmegen and Eindhoven gain strength from the Allied reserves, but in Arnhem they are dropped in the midst of a conflict with the Dutch SS, causing heavy losses. General Urquhart remains out of contact during these crucial hours. British troops, unable to help Frost on the Arnhem bridgehead, retreat west to Oosterbeek. Frost ignores an offer to surrender and fights on, still expecting 30 Corps to arrive later that day. With no surviving bridges over the Wilhelmina Canal, 30 Corps begins construction of a Bailey Bridge in Zon. Kampfgruppe von Tito begins to encircle the British Arnhem units. The Jungwirth Fallschirmjäger training battalions apply pressure along the 17 miles of Hell's Highway. This narrow stretch of road is the focus of the only serious German threat south of Arnhem.
As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and donate, and stay tuned for the next episode.